I just raised $16,123 in 7 days using 3 lines of code and a tiny order button. I'm going to show you how I did it and why you need to know about bumpsell.co. It's going to help change everything for you. I'm also going to give you a couple of really great insights into how to have a successful bump sale and how to have traffic come to you, chase you down. So give me just a few minutes, pull up a chair, take notes, pause and rewind when you need to. And this is actually going to be a great tutorial for you. If you're excited to get started, let me know in the comments. Say, I'm excited to get started. Let's go. Whichever you'd like to say, I'm ready. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel. This channel is not for passive viewers. This is something I realized a few days ago after gaining 150,000 subscribers and 5 million views in just 12 months. This channel is not a Netflix, right? It's not just to passively watch. You are taking the information I'm giving you for free and you're running with it. You are actually implementing. So you need to be subscribed so that you can be really part of this ecosystem and then you get the notifications when my videos come out. Make sure you hit the bell button too. There's like a bell icon that actually makes sure that every single video is sent to you. Okay, so Bumpsell, what is Bumpsell? I'm going to show you the website, the landing page. Bumpsell helps you take 3 lines of code really simply and turn that into incremental pricing. And I'm going to show you what I mean by incremental pricing. So this is the landing page for Bumpsell. There's 2 of them. I use bumpsell.co. That's my preferred one. But Bumpsell says, create a button and sell something using incremental pricing. Do you have an existing product and do you use Stripe? You must be able to use Stripe in order to do this. Bump sell lets you sell something and after each purchase have the price increase by an amount you choose. So in our case, and what I've had great success in, including this $16,123 in 7 days, is starting at $1 and going up incrementally by $1. And what do I mean by going up? What I mean is after you place this button with your 3 lines of code, which I'm going to show you how to do on your landing page, the first person who buys the product or the digital product or the service or whatever it's going to end up being, they pay $1. The next person pays $2, the next pays $3, and so on. And when you scroll down on this page, you actually get access to a calculator. You can see that I'm listed right here with my 2 testimonials. Let me show you what the testimonial is for me. I say, this is what I do mainly. I start with something at $1 and then I'll make the increments $1 because you can do any type of increment. The first person buys it for $1, the second for $2, and so on. Doing that, I have made thousands and thousands of dollars at a time. Liam says, Bump Sale is a genuine game changer. Hands down, the best engagement we've seen on an offer. We did a month's worth of revenue in 20 hours using Bump Sale. It just works activating an audience and inciting action. And now check out what Paul says. Bump Sale is a perfect storm of urgency pricing with digital products. I made $40,860 using it this year. So cool. So if we look at the Bump Sale calculator, I'm going to start it at $1. I'm going to do a bump amount of $1. That's the incremental pricing. So the first person is 1, the second person is 2, and so on. And then I'm going to say, let's say we sell 20 of those. That's $200. Let's say we sell 50. But again, the last person paid 50, right? 1,200. It just jumps up so fast. What about 100? $5,000. And we made 16,000 doing, so we did 3 in a row. We did one that made it all the way to 14,000 with 167 purchases. And then we did a couple more just to have people have the accessibility. One of them, I think, is at like 49, so about 1,200, and the other one was about the same, a little bit more. So total of 16,000. But you can see how this $1 and $1 really starts to add up. 200 is $20,000. So even if you did this and you had a small audience and 20 people bought, that's $200 fast. So you might be asking yourself, like, how do I set this up? How do I get traffic? How do I do all of this? I have just launched a brand new course. It is so, so accessible. It's just $37 just so you can get started, put some skin in the game. And it has everything you need. It has the traffic, it has all the strategy that I did. It shows you step by step, not only how to do it, but it gives you the tools that you need, the resources, gives you all of the copy for your emails. It gives you a custom GPT to create your offer. It does all these things, and it shows you exactly how to create a landing page, even beyond UBump. So it's very exciting. Now, what I want to show you though is, and then you can find the link to that in the description, by the way, because I really want you to jump on that. This video, I'm going to continue to show you stuff for free. I'm going to give you everything you need to get started. But if you want to do a deep dive and actually have a bump sale campaign that works, get that course. Don't think about it. Just get it. It's going to be worth so much more than the $37. Cannot make any promises of how much money you will make or if you'll make any money at all or how quickly. I cannot guarantee that at all, but I can tell you that if you take the course and you watch the rest of this video, you will be off to the races and it'll be exciting. So how do you make a bump sale happen? Well, you click on start for free. I'm not going to do it because I've already linked, but you start for free. It's just going to ask for your email address that's associated with your Stripe account, and you're going to connect your Stripe account. Very simple, one button push. And then you're going to get into your dashboard. It's just going to look like this. It's very simple. Your dashboard lets you create a new bump sale. So if you see here, I have a couple of tests. I have a real one that I did that made 9,108. This is just one of 20 plus that I've done in the past 4 years. But this is the last one I did like last month, I think, maybe July or August. And I did this $9,100 and it was a launch of a new course and it's been amazing. So people, 136 people got to have this incredible course at a much better discount. I was able to pull in 9,100. It worked out really well. So I did a couple of tests just to show people how to do this. But I'm going to show you also how to actually create it. So we're going to click on new bump sale. You're going to give it like a test name or a name, like a real name. So it's going to, mine's going to be Arlan's uh, aviation course. I'm going to teach you how to fly. Okay. And then you're going to put the URL of the where it's actually going to live. Where is this button going to live? If you don't know this yet, because you don't have any of the ways to do it, like a landing page, like on Teachable, Kajabi, WordPress, etc., then you're going to just put any URL that you own. So I'm going to put in one of my schools, my Your First 5K, just as a placeholder. It's okay to do that because you can always come back and edit it. So you see here, I could always go here and press the edit button and go change it. Oh, did I already mess it up? No, let's go back here. Aviation. Did I already mess it up because I didn't save it? Yeah. Let me do it again. So Arlen's aviation course, and then I'm going to do, so don't do what I did and click away from it. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to choose United States dollar as the currency, and I'm going to start it at $1 because I like to do that. I'm going to do the bump sale price or the bump price at $1 as well. And then I'm not going to say maximum sales because I'm not going to limit myself. But if you were doing something like, let's say it's a physical product, which I don't highly recommend. I don't recommend if you're just starting. But if you were to do a physical product or it's a certain amount of seats or something, you would max the sales because you're like, oh, I can only do 100 because I only made 100 of these things. You can also do it by an end date, which you can use for even more urgency. I don't recommend that necessarily because I want you to be able to be flexible and kind of move and whatever. But when you do that, it adds a little bit of urgency to that button. Then you can collect shipping, a shipping address for them customers. Again, if you have a physical product or even like a thank you letter you want to send to them, you could do this. I don't recommend it to start just because it doesn't make much sense to do it. But maybe in your second or your third bump sale, you could do it. You can choose your highlight color. I'm going to always go to purple and I'm going to just choose one. It'll give me the hex number there. I'm going to do a checkout timer because you want to say, okay, once somebody pushes the button, how long do they have before it goes away and that price is no longer good? Because again, this is about timing urgency and pricing urgency. It's gamified. I always select 180. It's the default. I think it works really well. It gives people enough time to grab their card or get the information, but it's not so much time that they kind of forget about it, get distracted, or so many people buy at that price that it actually lowers your amount that you get total. So 180 is 3 minutes. It's very doable. I would keep it there. These two buttons are super interesting. Okay, so you have the redirect URL. The redirect URL, I've been using Bumpsell for 4 years, and what I used to do is manually for every single email that came in, which would have been in the hundreds over time, I would copy and paste that into my email or into a bigger email. And I would send, okay, here's how you get your digital bundle, or here's how you get your access to your course or whatever they purchased, right? With this redirect URL, all you have to do is have a landing page that's private, that you put the URL to it, and that's where they get the information. So for instance, I don't know, yeah, I think I can show you. So for instance, let's see if I can show that to you. Actually, can't show that to you right now, but I did this for our current bump sale, for the one for creating coding careers. If you donated, you saw it, right? Let me know in the comments if you donated for that, by the way. Thank you so much. Let me know what number you got in at. And if you saw that immediate, when you X'd out of, after you purchased, you X'd out of it, you got this immediate landing page. That was because I did a redirect URL. So that page that I sent was, it's a little video. It says, congratulations, you got the bonus bundle. Then there's a video of me that's like a minute long that just explains even further. Okay, this is how you do it. Look below. You're going to get these codes, and that's what you're going to put in to get your courses. And then it had all the course instructions written out. And I built that on Lovable, and it was super simple. So I did that ahead of time. I put that URL here. I didn't have to buy a URL. Lovable does that for you, but you could do this with different ones. And then on top of that, which so just makes it like the delivery so easy. It's all hands off. Somebody purchases, they get that. But then they also get this second layer of protection with this receipt message. So this is an optional message that gets sent with the receipt email. Great for delivering your digital content. So here, you're going to get 2 emails as a customer of a bump sale. One is going to be from Stripe to be your receipt. It's going to be very professional. It's really awesome. Does it for you. The second one's going to be this email, which is kind of like from Bump Sell itself. And it's going to say, thank you for purchasing or donating or whatever. And there's going to be one little line, very text, nothing beautiful, but just like really effective utility, right? And it's going to say what you write here. So I could say here, let me see, I'll put this, I'm going to put this as my redirect, even though it's the same one as above, just so I can show you when we do it. And this is going to say, thank you for purchasing. Get your bundle here. And then I'm going to put it, that just so that you can see it. But I would have actually where it is privately, where I'd have it where people couldn't just get it. So then you could add this option. Let's say you have like t-shirts and they're different colors or different sizes. You want to have variables. That's what you would do here. Normally don't use this at all. But then I would just click create bump cell because we've just done it. We've just finished. So I create the bump cell. It's now created. I now have these 3 lines of code that I'm going to show you exactly how to get those in to a landing page. I now have my dashboard where once the payments are starting to be made, I can see how many orders I have, what the current price is being charged, and the total revenue. And again, you can go back over here and you can see that from a real one that I did. Had 136 orders, I had 137 is the current price, and then 9108. So I'm going to go back to aviation courses test we're doing. I can always go back and edit it if I need to, if I want to change. I would not change the pricing, especially when someone has purchased. This is going to work for you. I know you're going to try to experiment with the other prices. Really suggest this one. I don't know how much I've made over the past 4 years, maybe 100,000, probably 100,000 or so. And that's just like passive doing it every once in a while. Okay, so but you can't edit it, especially with this URL. Like if you think about, you make this and then you go and create the page. And so you come back here and this was a placeholder and you put the actual page, or even your redirect page can be changed right here. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard. I have these 3 lines of code. I know that I can put this into Teachable, WordPress, which a lot of people have, Kajabi, Shopify, I think allows this as well. There's a few others that allow it. Anything that has JavaScript that does not block your ability to add payment is a viable. Also, CARRD, but you have to have the pro plan in order to be able to put this on, not the free plan. But if you don't have any of those and you want to add this to a Lovable page because you know how to do Lovable, um, I will show you that. I definitely go in depth um, in the course. Another thing I'm going to do is show you this though. This is something I made. So this helps you, and this gives you like a demo, and this gives you another demo, a shorter demo. But this is basically mine. So it's Ubump by Arlan, ubump.ai. So if you don't have a landing page, it says you're doing it right, but the tech is doing you dirty. Paste 3 lines of code, get a stunning sales page, no website needed. You've got your bump sell link, you've got something to sell, but you don't have a landing page or the time or patience to figure out where the heck to paste the code. If so, take your 3 lines and paste it here, dot, 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 and then you create your page and you go through a couple more steps and it's simple. And I show you how to do it right here. So I'm going to put that link in the description for you, and you get that for free, and you can just use Ubump. It doesn't cost anything, and you can go off to the races. But you can also, what I don't think a lot of people realize is that you can also put it in Lovable. Now, what I have done is I have a test page. I have put my prompt inside of that $37 course that's linked in the description of this video. It's just below in the description. I put the exact prompt to do this. So I basically made a prompt that when you use it in Lovable, and I teach exactly how in the course, and you go to preview and publish, but I'm going to show you the preview, it actually works directly on your Lovable site. So I'm going to click this button, and it's not happening. Why is it not happening? Okay. Oh, because I didn't save it. I just demoed it. Okay, so right here, join the community at $1. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to pop up, and it now works. Isn't that awesome? So if I were to go in here and pay this, it would actually, I don't think that I have my card number on file. That's the only problem. And because I don't have my card number on file, I can't demo this for you, but I do go over this in the course. But I would put my full name. So your customer would put their full name here. Look, the time is ticking down. They put their full name, their email address, their card information, and they would click pay a dollar. You would process it. If it goes through, fine. It'll say, great, the next person's paying $2. Then as they click this X after they paid, the redirect URL would immediately pop up. So they'd have those instructions if you have them for them. And they get an email that also says, congratulations, this is that, and this is what you put here. This receipt message. So they get 2 emails, and this would be one of them. So it's very, very cool. There are multiple ways to do it. Again, I teach you everything you need to know inside the course. Just want you to have some skin in the game. Just made it very, very accessible. It's probably a $300, $400, $500 course. It's $37, super easy to get into. And then I'm teaching you how to, like, what to sell. Like, what do you sell? You can sell a digital product, a physical one. I wouldn't recommend that to start. A service, an event, like a virtual event. I love selling bundles. If you don't have an offer, there's so many ways you can get your offer. Inside of the course, I have a custom GPT that helps you decide exactly what to offer. You also have that inside of your first 5K and Arlan's All Access. You have a ton of that. But this course is brand new and has very new information as well. Think about your positioning, how you're going to name it, what you're going to kind of frame it as. What's that pain point that it's helping people? That's what you're going to really think about. What could help somebody now, and why would they be incentivized? You're going to have incredible incentive with pricing. because you're going to be like, hey, you can buy this for like $5, you know? And the sooner you jump in, the less you pay. It's really helpful with the psychology of it. And then you're probably going to want to put time constraints because with the 16,123 that we did, we were going to do from 9 p.m. on a Monday till Friday because Friday was when this big deadline was. And we really were going to do that. We're trying to raise $30,000 by Friday. We get to Friday, we've raised maybe 14,000, which is really good because it helped us a ton, helped the nonprofit. I didn't make a penny from it. But then we're like, let's take it through Monday because Monday is a holiday and because that'll make it a full week and then we'll cut it off. So that time urgency of just 7 days and 4 days, 5 days before then really helped because it was like, this is going to go away. This opportunity will go away. And yes, you call it an opportunity. You don't just call it like, help us, help us. And it's for nonprofits and it's for profits. All the ones that I have done have been for profit until this recent nonprofit. So there's just so many ways you can use this. There's ways that traffic, like you can get traffic. You probably already have traffic in your phone. You don't even realize. But there are multiple ways you can get traffic. And again, in the course, I teach you all about that. But essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to think about some people you've already worked with, people that you know, going to reach out to them because you want them to have a really good deal. You want them to pay $1, $2, $5, $10 for this. So you're going to let them know about the opportunity. And then you have these other platforms that I teach you exactly how to use. But you're going to have YouTube, which is a longer game. You're going to have Instagram, LinkedIn, Substack. You're going to choose one or two of those and you're going to go in. You're going to look at the communities that you're in. There's multiple ways that you can drive traffic. And there are exact things you can say in your emails and in your posts. And in the course, I give you the exact templates, the scripts, everything that you need to do that. So you can borrow traffic, you can create traffic from nothing. You already have traffic. Of course, you can do paid traffic. I don't really suggest that for this because it's something that it's it works well, but you have to be a little bit advanced in the way that you know how to do ads. But if you think about if you're somebody who already has done ads before, somebody who has any type of an audience, and if your offer is amazing, there's a potential here for you that is off the chain. Like there are a couple of people that come to mind. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to talk to anybody here who has a larger audience. And give me a second to find this page. If you have a large audience, meaning a few thousand people on your list, if a few people who follow me have like tens of thousands of people on your list, some of you have like hundreds of thousands on your list. Let's go do the math real quick. Let's say you had something that normally costs $2,000 and your list is like 100,000 people. I think you could get it to here. It's 125,000 bucks. It's 500 purchases, so it'd have to be really framed. You couldn't do this like tomorrow, but you could frame it. If you sold 1,000, so the first person paid $1, the last person paid 1,000, or 1,001, $500,000. There are people who look at my YouTube channel that I know personally. I'm talking to you right now. There are people who could do this. You could do this. If you do this, let me know because I want to watch it. I want to study it. I want to do a case study on it. But there are people who could do this. There are very few who follow me who could, but there are probably at least 5 that I know of who are watching this video right now. And even if I'm wrong by this measure, that's a few $1,000s. If I'm wrong by that measure, that's $20,000. If I'm wrong by this measure, 45,000. Just for fun, let's see what happens when you do 2,000. $2 million. So you'd have to have something that normally cost $5,000 or $10,000. It'd have to be something you could deliver without spending your time, or at least it was like a one to many. You'd have to have at least 100,000 people on your list, if not more, maybe 200,000 plus, which again, some people watch me do. It would have to be the deal of the year. It would have to be your campaign of the year. It would have to be a lot of things to happen for this to work. And it would have to be something that did not cannibalize you for later, like at all. So it'd have to be its own offer, very specific, and they'd have to be able to price anchor it against something else you've done that's cost 5 to 10,000 or more, and maybe even 20,000. And you'd have to be able to like really prove that out. But I think you could make that happen. I really do. Okay. I think that's what I have for you. So make sure you join, you get that course so you can be off to the races. Whether you're going to start your bump sale today or you're going to start it in 6 months, this course will help you. This video gives you everything that you need to get started, and the links in the description will help you with your U-bump, with your landing page, everything that you need to get started. Hopefully it was helpful, but $6,123 in 7 days. I hope that inspires you. I hope that lets you know that you can do it too, and that you are not in this alone.